Unfocused.
That's right, we're back. Another episode 209 of Unfocused. I'm AJ Twist.
I'm T, and this is the Snubble episode.
Snubble?
Snubble is the fairy Pokemon.
Did I get the picture right?
Episode 209.
Oh, why am I off?
Slipping. Isn't that Snubble? What is that?
No, that's the Grand Bluff, the evolution.
Oh, okay. You're
Damn
close.
it.
You're close.
I gotta fix these numbers.
All right.
Because I made all these videos ahead of time, and so I don't know what they are until they pop up on screen. Anyways, another episode of Unfocused 209. This is a Collision 28 production, and we're live right now on twitch.tv/collision28.
Yep, every Thursday, starting between 7:30 and 8.
Yep.
YouTube.com/Unfocused Podcast. You can watch us there after, usually like 2 days afterwards, Sundays.
Something like that. Like, comment, subscribe there if you haven't done so already. And then twitter.com, or not twitter.com. Oh my god. Unfocused28 on Twitter.
There you go.
Anyways. Unfocused Weeks.
Yeah, for me, I was reading a little bit of this Justice League book. Justice League number 6 of the New 52s. I'm almost at Dark Side War. That's where I'm going to be done with it. That's book 7 and 8. I just heard that shit's super epic, so I want to read that, and then I'll be done with the Justice League for a while. Other than that, I did some shrooms and watched Space Odyssey 2001. Damn.
Did that make it better?
It made it easier to sit through the boring, long fucking shot parts. Because, I've seen it I started watching it sober. It's just so fucking boring sometimes. Like it's dope. Like, it's deep what they're trying to say and everything. And it's worth watching. But I could tell, like, if I was, like, straight up sober, I'd have been like, come on.
How long is the video? Or how long is the movie?
3 hours and 10 minutes or some shit like that. But, for telling the whole history of man and the future, this is pretty good, pretty good time.
I wonder if I should watch it, but, like, on the side, like I usually do shit, while, like, editing something, or...
You could, but...
Or do I gotta sit there and see every frame?
You're supposed to see everything, because, like, some things are, like, really crazy, like, the way it's shot and shit like that. And when you pay attention to the scenes, like, you can see a whole bunch of shit going on, like, throughout the whole... So you really probably should watch it.
Damn it.
Like, at least the first time, Second time you can have it in background or something, but...
Yeah, but by then, why would I want to do it again,
You probably want to see it. You want to see it again. It's going to blow your mind. The ending's kind of like, what the fuck? Like, wait, what the fuck does that shit mean? It's like the ultimate what the fuck does that mean movie. No. So this is dope.
The meaning of life. That's
what
it is.
It's one of those things. Yeah, for real.
Interesting.
No. Yeah, so I highly recommend it. It's known as one of the best movies of all time. Stanley Kubrick. Some of the shots are just really fucking crazy. Like, it's crazy because, like, people are like, the little detail to the space stuff. Yeah, he is. He's trying to fuck with you when he makes these movies. There's, like, little things like, they're on a spaceship and people got Velcro shoes and, like, they don't talk about it, they don't explain it, you just gotta pay attention, like, and, they're walking all slow and all weird and you're like, what the fuck is their problem? How come they're not hurrying the fuck up? And it's because, there's zero gravity. They would be floating everywhere if they weren't using the Velcro shoes, So they're taking their time walking and you're like, what the fuck is going on? But if you pay attention, that's what's going on. Shit like that. I read the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man #1. It was really good. That was the first issue. I think I'll pick up the trade when it comes out. And other than that, I think
Smash and Soul.
Yeah, Smash Brothers. Played some Smash Brothers.
Your soul.
We did both of those. We smashed and sold. Yeah. Played a little bit of both of those fighting games this past week. Just getting more comfortable with Smash mostly. But yeah, that's it for my Focus Week. AJ?
Yeah, like I said, Smash and Soul. Some Smash Brothers. I've been fucking around with too many characters. I gotta focus on one. Like using Yoshi, I'm using Peach and Daisy, and I got Corrin that's new. And then when I'm bored enough, I go to Ness or Inkling or Isabelle, which Isabelle pisses me off.
You should do 2 at a time. Yeah, that's what I do. I do 2 at a time.
And then I'm the same thing with Soul Calibur too. Right now, I started out with Sungmina, and then I did Talim, and then I went to Changhua, and then I went back to Talim and Sungmina. But no, those are the only 3 I'm sticking with there, though, for sure. I haven't decided where I want my focus to be yet in Smash, though. But yeah, just messing with those. I want to play more Tekken soon, but I don't know. I need to go play online again. That's what I want to do for sure. And I want to make Kenshin for Mitsurugi. But I want to make him in the blue fucking thing, because that's when he was Manslayer, Kenshin. And that would make more sense for Soul Calibur.
You know? That's back when it was Mitsurugi style, for real. Right?
Exactly, yeah. So do that. And then I played a lot of Legend of Zelda. And yes, yeah. So I'm at the last dungeon now.
What? Mm-hmm. You weren't fucking around, huh?
Yeah, I did everything like last night, really, this morning. Because I realized I haven't touched it in a couple weeks. So I did that, and I got through them. So fucking annoying, though. There's these blue knights. Oh my god, they're so fucking hard to kill.
I already know what you're talking about. Those fucking annoying... There's 2 at a time?
No, there's just one knight, but like sometimes there's rooms like 5 of them and shit. It's just because you can't just hit them from afar, because if they're facing you, they have a shield and a sword. So if they're facing you, you're not gonna get hit by anything. Even if you fucking go up in their face and sword them, no, they're not gonna do anything. And then they're walking towards you at the same time, so they bump into you, get hit. You know.
I think they show up in a lot of Zelda games.
Probably
like different versions of them. Or...
yeah, probably. I don't know. And then I try to go like around the side of them, that's how you should kill them, or for behind. But they kind of lightly track you too. So when you do walk around them, eventually they'll turn around towards you. Yeah, and it's so fucking hard to get around them. And then there's this one room I was in, and you have to kill everything around it. And in the middle, there's all these stones, these hard stones. And in the middle of those stones is a staircase. And the only way you can open that little opening there is by pushing one of those blocks when all the enemies are dead. But there's one of those fucking blue knight bitches within the rocks by the stairs.
Oh, motherfucker.
And so I can't get to him unless I move the rock, but I can't move the rock unless everything in the room is killed. So I was like, how the fuck am I supposed to do this? So I was busting out all the weapons I had, the fucking boomerang, which I know does shit, the arrows, the fucking magic wand.
Bomb?
Bomb? I think I was saving my bombs, because I knew I needed the bombs later on for something. So I was saving my bombs. I didn't want to use bombs, but that might have worked, though.
That'd probably work on that guy.
Maybe. But the first time I did it, I actually busted out the wand. I just fucking went ape shit on him, and eventually some of the hits hit him, and I killed him eventually, and I was able to move it. I died, and I had to go back through it later on. But
he was gone, right?
And no, he was gone. He was in there again. And this time, one of the bitches I killed had a little time stopper where once you get it, the time freezes. All the enemies just freeze, so you can easily just go up to them and kill them, right?
Yeah.
So time stopped. Like, oh, this should be easier. And he was stuck in there, and I started wanding him because that's what worked last time. Didn't work at all. I tried every single angle all the way around him. He would not take damage from the fucking wand. I was like, how was he taking a wand damage in movement, but now that he's frozen, not taking any damage? And so I was like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? So I left the room, and I came back in, and all the enemies were killed except for one, and it wasn't the Blue Knight anymore. It switched up to something else, because, you know, how old games work, they re-randomize shit sometimes.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it was so fucking weird. I was like, okay, easy, just knife him, and I get to move my stone, and I was able to go down my stairs. I was so pissed. I couldn't figure that shit out at all. And the other weird thing that was crazy, which I actually tweeted this, I walked into a room, and there's all these fucking wizards, and those wizards were giving me a fucking problem because they kept killing me too, because there's like 6 of them, and they fucking just throw all their fucking magic all at once. And I walked into one, and I had one wizard right in front of me, and I had 2 on this side, 2 on this side, left and right side, right? And I got 1 in front of me, and I fucking threw all this shit in front of me, and I killed the one in front of me, and the other 4 died. And I was like, what the fuck just happened? Like, I didn't realize it right away, and I just walked around, grabbed all the items they dropped, and then I stopped, and I was like, because I was waiting them to reappear, because they disappear and reappear, right? And so I had thought they disappeared, but then I realized, like, wait, I just picked up items from them. I was like, where are they? And I walked around, and nothing appeared. I was like, did I just kill them all with one shot? I'm like, how the fuck did I do that? And then I quickly remember, like, oh, wait, I can save recordings on the Switch. Like the last 15 seconds. So I quickly did that, and I went to go watch it again. I was like, yeah, I just killed one bitch and they all died. And I posted it on Twitter, and actually some people replied back to me. And they're like, oh yeah, in some rooms, if there's a certain enemy that if you kill him, if it's the first one you kill, everything else would die. So I just happened to get lucky that one time.
That's just a Zelda mechanic?
Yeah.
What game is this? Which one is this?
In the original NES. Legend of Zelda. And then it happened to me again later on. There was a bunch of bats, and I killed one bat, and all the other bats died. I was like, okay, so that is a thing. I never noticed it.
That's pretty cool.
So yeah, that's kind of weird. But anyways, that's what I've been doing. That's my adventures, and my next adventure is is the last dungeon. I'm right there. I have everything opened up. I went to go collect all my hearts. I got a bunch of rupees so I can load up on potions, or just the one potion you can get. Oh, the other thing I fucking hate likes, dude. Fuck likes.
Oh yeah, they're a bitch. That's the big glob thing, right?
Yeah. And in the NES version, it sucks you in, and if you can't get out in time or correctly, it sucks away your magic sword. in which you got to go back and find a magic sword to buy from someone, which costs like 90 rupees or some shit.
Yeah, they're not in Skyward Sword, but whatever Zelda game I played before that, they would like eat your shield.
Yeah.
You gotta go get a new one now.
Yeah.
You're like, fuck,
Yeah.
I gotta leave this whole dungeon to go
Yeah.
get a shield now?
Yeah, and I'm like, let me see if I can make it through without this shield. And I was getting hit by no, okay,
Nope.
fuck that shit.
Yeah.
And then you can do save states. And so I was just save stating, like, you know, after I did something big, I would just do a save state. And every time I ran into those light legs, like, okay, let's go back to that last save state. That's how I kept saving
save
myself.
states because they had that in the next game too, I think.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Because it's ROM like on the Switch, you know, they had that feature there. So I was doing that too. So that's how I've been getting through it too. But yeah, I'm loaded up. I got all my heart containers. I got all my hearts filled up. I got all my magic shit. I got some rupees. I got my bomb upgrades. I'm ready for this dungeon. So I'll probably do it this weekend or something.
All right.
I think that's pretty much all I've been doing. Yeah.
Yeah. With that said, let's jump into some news.
One thing I want to do just real quick is that, and then we can do the news.
Okay.
Why I had to do that? I don't know. I didn't have to do that.
Good news. What? Let's get it.
All right. So, I'll kick it off.
Oh wait, I just remembered. Finish Runaways, dude. Dude, what the fuck with Runaways? You gotta watch Runaways.
Was it that good?
Yeah, man. We kept watching it. We finished it like in a week. But I just have so many questions.
Okay.
Can I ask you things that?
Yeah, you can ask me shit.
Because you said you read the comic, right?
I have. Don't spoil anything for these fuckers, but I don't care. Yeah, I know.
Because I want to know how deep this whole alien thing that's going on.
You wanna borrow the comic?
I probably do. If you have it.
You gonna read it? You gonna read it?
I kind of want to read it because I'm fucking interested.
How many comics you got right now? You gonna read? You haven't read both?
Well, there's only one that I'm actually looking forward to reading, and that's Sakura, which I haven't read still. But because like it was the second season, and I was like, okay, this is gonna end everything, you know, this is gonna be done, and it didn't end shit. I was like, there's still so much going on. Oh my god! And the season ended. It's done, and I was like, fuck. Now I gotta wait for a season 3 to see what's gonna happen with this group of kids and their fucking parents and all that. Because there's this main dude, Jonah. He's the main like alien dude. You find out, and then like defeat him, but then you find out he's not really defeated. It's like, what the fuck? Like it's still going.
Yeah, no comment.
Oh man. Okay, but but I'm making sense though, right?
Yeah, I kind of know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I didn't expect it to go on this long. I thought it'd be 2 and done, 2 seasons and done. Nah, this is still going.
I kind of feel like they might be stretching out the main storyline a little bit, but
maybe.
I don't know.
That's why I want to read it to see how much they're actually stretching out.
I'll start watching it soon.
And then, well, finish that, and now I'm watching Voltron. We just got one episode in. It's just like this is what's going on. That's all that happened in Voltron. So, but anyways, what's your first story?
They kicked off a new Pokemon event for the beginning of 2019. Had to do with Ruby and Sapphire, and they actually early released 2 variant colors, 2 shiny Pokemon before the whole thing even started, and they're going to be going on as they're showing up pretty frequently throughout this whole event.
Okay.
It's
normally how they do things.
Right. Zigzagoon and Tylo will be shiny versions added into this, and I guess you can only get them during this event, so you might want to like try to capitalize on them. There's also, but on top of those ones, they added a shiny Groudon as well. So
for the raid bosses, yeah, I heard that Groudon and Kyogre are back.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Only till January 29th.
Yeah, that's what they normally do. The high end level 5 raids are always like 1 or 2 different high end Pokemon, legendary Pokemons, and then they usually come out once for a couple of weeks, and then they'll rotate it out and have something else. But when they come back, they usually come back with a new shiny version that's also available. So we had Kyogre and Groudon previously a few months ago,
and now they're coming out shiny.
And now they're back again. Now there's shiny versions that are available now too. And I just caught an Aeron right now.
My bad.
Which I freaking need because there's a mission right now where you got to catch a bunch of steel types, and steel types are fucking rare. So fucking caught that shit right now.
There you go. Tell them.
What's this Hoenn bit going on though? Because I know you were talking about that, right?
Yes,
there's news here, and I saw something about a Hoenn bit. I know they just recently did. I'm not sure if this is still ongoing, but shiny Phoebus is a thing right now too.
Oh yeah, that's right now too.
Yeah, which Phoebus evolves into one of my favorite melodic, so I kind of want to get one, but starting. Oh, it already started, yeah, and until the 29th.
Yeah, that's the one I was talking about.
Yeah. But yeah, it's probably just high and like more spawns of Hoenn Pokemon, which they were releasing in waves too. Like when they first started showing us the Gen 3. Oh no, we're in Gen 4 now. What the fuck? Why'd they go back to Hoenn? I don't know. I've been out of the loop of the game for a couple of weeks now. I don't know what's going on anymore.
I'm gonna keep going. I got one other one I want to mention real quick.
Sure.
We talked about this, I think, 6 months ago when it first got announced, but I guess they're going through with this Godzilla versus King Kong movie.
Yes.
So,
yeah, I told you they were. We talked about this fucking years ago, I think.
I thought it was only like 6 months ago.
Because there was that Kong and Skull Island shit.
Mm-hmm.
That was part of it, and now it's them preparing for this Godzilla versus King Kong shit. And then the next Godzilla movie, because we had that one a few years ago with what's his name?
With Walter White.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking Billy
Cranston.
David Cranston. Billy Cranston. You know I thought of that, right?
I already know. Yeah,
because of Power Ranger shit he
Yeah,
has
I
connections
know.
with. Anyways, yeah. And then they did a second movie, which I thought was supposed to set up next thing. So I guess the next thing is coming. I haven't seen the last Godzilla though. Or is that even out yet?
No, it's not. It's about to come out.
It's about to come
It's
out,
coming out this weekend even. It's called King of the Monsters or something like that, right? Godzilla King.
Yeah, I don't think it's coming out that soon, is it?
It's pretty soon. There's a lot of trailers. A lot of new trailers been coming out for
Oh
it.
shit!
I'll look it up, but I think it's pretty soon.
I seen a lot of trailers for Netflix Godzilla shit, like some animated shit. I think is on Netflix right now for Godzilla. Yeah,
maybe that's what
I've been seeing that. Yeah, but the live action movie, I'm not sure when that's supposed to be coming out.
Yeah, there's a lot of trailers for that live action now. I'll get back to the release date.
What are they saying with the King Kong?
So it's they started filming, and that's both in Hawaii and Australia. That's all we know so far. Hawaii sounds like an ideal place for a Godzilla movie to be filmed.
Mm-hmm.
But Australia is very interesting. I feel like that's more like a home turf King Kong would kick some ass in. So I'm interested to see what they're going to do with this movie. I can tell you this. I have a picture of that too. If you look at the visual on this, I got a picture of the original King Kong versus Godzilla.
I streamed it way back on JTV days.
God,
so like 10 years ago when Netflix was first a thing, I had the what you may call it, the DVD service. And one of the things on there was the freaking Godzilla vs. King Kong. And it came in randomly one day because, you forget about things you put on your list. And it came through. I was like, oh, shit, I got to watch this with people. I don't have your email, by the way.
Yeah? I see right now.
But, yeah, I remember I remember Hecht being there watching it with me when I streamed it. That was back in the day when you were able to stream movies and get away with it. Can't do that shit anymore.
Yeah, they kind of cut it off now, right? Or they cut the audio or something?
No, if they find out you're streaming whole movies and the right person catches it, then you'll be banned or blocked off.
Well, let's see. I'll send it again. All right. Yeah. But it's the old one's super bad, as you know already.
I saw it. Yeah, it looks really interesting for sure.
Yeah, it looks like little hand puppets.
All right, I got it.
Yeah, little old school puppets or something like that. It's pretty bad. There's a little short picture right there.
Yeah, exactly what I watched.
They move all fast, like, oh yeah, you don't want no parts of the old one. I'm hoping this new one will be a little bit better than that. But yeah, it's slated for a 2020 release, no exact month. But the filming's going. I kind of thought this shit wasn't gonna make it to filming, honestly. So I don't know, I'm surprised it's really going through. Yeah, Godzilla versus Godzilla. Godzilla versus King Kong. Look out!
Fucking Cuckoo's getting us the underground shit. He gave us a link for a site that's good to be able to stream movies on.
My bad. Good looking out, player.
That's funny.
Right,
CYT.be. Huh.
AJ got some news for us?
Yeah. So right now here in LA, the LAUSD is having a strike and shit, right? Teachers want, a raise and shit like that.
Yeah.
And apparently the state of California, whatever, is not giving it to them. So teachers are on strike right now. Kids are out of school. And yeah, shit's happening, right? So leave it to gamers to kind of save the day. This is one of those stories where you don't hear too often in the news. When gamers do good shit,
Yeah.
So have you been to World 8 before? It's
No.
It's on. Oh my God, where is it on? Not Normandy, Vermont, and something. It's in outside of LA somewhere. Anyway, it's called World 8. They show up to conventions around here a lot too and sell some shit. It's a little shop selling video games and merchandise and shit like that. It's a game store, yeah. Mm-hmm. Anyways, what they were doing just for kicks is they were actually making worksheets for reading and math and shit. And also, like at that store too, they have TV setups too, so you can come in and put some money in and play for like an hour, whatever game you want, whatever they have available. So if you did one of those worksheets though, you got a free hour of gameplay. If
That's
you did one
fucking
of those,
dope.
yeah. So all the kids that were out of school, you had nothing to do, you want to go over there, do a little bit of homework,
Do a little bit of homework.
Yeah,
and
I
get to play
guess
some video games.
Yeah, exactly. So that's kind of what they've been doing. Just
Was
wanted to
that
shout
World,
that out.
World 8's doing that?
Yeah, World 8 it's called. It's let me see if I can find exactly where they're at, but I feel like we've been there before. I know I've been there with somebody. No, and outside of downtown LA.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, hey, respect to them. Help for the children, man. For the children, just like
for the kids.
For the kids. All right. Other news. Bandai or Bandco Namdai announced some new Dragon Ball Z stuff for their video game world. One thing they announced is that a new fighter will be joining Dragon Ball Fighters from Universe 11, meaning it's probably going to be that weird-ass alien Jiren with all the superpowers. So, yeah, that's most likely going to be one of the new character that's going to be joining Dragon Ball Fighter Z, or whatever we're calling it. And elsewise, there's also going to be a Dragon Ball RPG coming out by them, too.
An RPG?
Yeah, they're doing a full-on Dragon Ball Z RPG. There's no details about it, just Bandai Namco are going to be doing it. Says it's going to come out later this year, so we'll see what they do with that.
That sounds cool.
Yeah.
Who's behind it?
Bandco.
But anyone else?
Actually, they haven't said. It's not announced yet.
No. Has Bandai Namco done RPGs? Because I think RPGs, I started thinking about like BioWare and who else does good RPGs? I don't even know.
Arc System's okay.
Arc System, maybe. Oh,
but
yeah.
I don't think they would tap them for this though. Like,
I don't know.
It's probably expensive to get them to do Dragon Ball FighterZ. I'd imagine it would be expensive.
Let's see. Well, at least they're getting to do that and not being able to do tournaments and
shit.
I
apologize. It'll be an action RPG, so there'll be fighting involved. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Sorry.
Like a Diablo type shit.
Yeah,
that's
probably more like
RPG.
That. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyway, this is their Instagram.
Or Final Fantasy 11.
You haven't seen this icon?
No, looks a little familiar.
I wonder who did I go there with? I know Carl's been there for sure, but like I swear, me and a group went there for some reason with some people.
What games do they have there? They got a lot of fighting games.
It's a little shop. It's a like a GameStop, like a freaking game dude.
Oh, okay.
So just whatever people bring in, used games, new games, and shit like that. They do repairs on things too. Their address, if anyone cares, 1057 South Vermont Avenue, Los Angeles, California.
All right.
So they're near like Koreatown. Anyways.
All right. Other news from me. I'm gonna mention. So Kingdom Hearts 3.
Mm-hmm.
We know it's finally gonna come out in a few days. Fucking finally. I don't even want to count how many years it's been. I know it's been more than a decade. But Kingdom Hearts will be coming out. And Disney.
A couple weeks.
Isn't it a few days?
Yeah. Next.
Maybe Japan it's a few days, and then for us it's like longer.
27 or 29th? Okay. Yeah, 29th.
All right, 29th.
Couple weeks.
So to hype this up a little bit, Disneyland Orlando has been hyping up by having a little Final Fantasy Kingdom Hearts pop-up booth there. It's a little mini exhibition they've been having.
Mm-hmm.
But also over in Tokyo at the Ambassador Hotel, they have specially made Kingdom Hearts rooms. That's what you're seeing right there on the picture there if you're watching us live. But yeah, specially designed Kingdom Hearts room with arts by Kingdom Hearts, themes from the bedding and all that shit is all Kingdom Hearts style. Of course, they're going to capitalize on this shit as much as they can.
I know. There's going to be some diehard
bitch-ass motherfuckers.
Kingdom Hearts fans are going to want to do that for sure.
Yeah, this is going to be going on until June 30th. From March 26th till June 30th.
That's cool.
You can't
starting in March?
Yeah.
They need to be doing that shit now to coincide with their release. Come on.
Well, they're announcing it now to start up the release hyping,
Fine.
So, yeah, and then I guess it's...
Well, that table's there, though. That's legit. And those lampshades?
Yeah, those lampshades are hard, bro. I was thinking...
But look at that table, though.
And there's not a picture of it, but your key is even a little keyblade.
Oh, yeah. Shit. Okay.
I think you might even get to keep it afterwards.
Oh, I hope so. Yeah, usually those card keys, you can keep them from hotels.
Yeah, so
I've noticed, yeah.
It is $424 a night, so... Fuck.
That's...
not reasonable.
I guess not. No,
not to me.
I was thinking like I pay about that much when we go to Evo, but that's like for fucking 3 nights and shit, not one.
Yeah,
damn,
fuck that. No, yeah,
you could buy a PS4 and the game for that price.
Yeah, you could, yeah. No, but yeah, you're right. The game's still a week and a half out, but it is coming. And yeah, if you want to get in the spirit of it, start pre-booking your rooms in advance. For for this, it's gonna, like I said, it's gonna be at Disneyland Tokyo, and it's specifically gonna be done at which hotel? The Ambassador Hotel.
Okay then.
All right.
Cool.
AJ, got some news for us?
Yeah. So Netflix is being sued by some company called Choosiko.
You choose me?
Maybe this company was sorry about Ralph. I don't know. But no, they're known for publishing the Choose Your Own Adventure novels. So you know where this is going?
Yeah, I get a feel of it going.
Yeah, so Netflix is being sued for that Black Mirror, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that Choose Your Own Adventure Black Mirror shit that was going on.
Bandersnatch movie?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So Choosiko is seeking at least $25 million in damages.
My bad. $25 million?
And has issued a cease and desist request against Netflix for that Black Mirror shit.
Fuck, they're not playing around, huh?
Netflix's argument, though, is that they own the rights to making books like that. Not exactly movies or some type of visual media, I think is their argument right now.
I hope they win that, because that sucks.
That's kind of weird, right? Also, Netflix actually put in a request for like a patent type of thing, or to get approval to add that licensing type of thing. Mm-hmm. I think from then, just in case, but it never got approved. But I guess they just looked into it and figured we probably don't really need it. So actually they went through with it. But now they're being sued for it now too. So I thought that was kind of interesting that someone's out there with the license to do that type of shit, as far as books go at least.
Right. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. That's fucked up.
But yeah, I guess we'll see what happens. I'm not sure if they actually have a case or not, but I guess we'll find out soon.
All right. For my next segment, I'm going to need my music, man.
Oh, shit. For real. It's that time, huh?
Dick moves! Dick moves! You make me sick! All those visuals never fail to make me angry. But, alright, so check it out. We already know... Okay, don't get me wrong. I really like The Last Jedi, right? But, not everyone's happy about it. The fans are divided like in half about that movie, right? And, everyone's really pissed about Han Solo, and they're just not happy with Disney and the way they're handling.
I saw Solo, by the way. I forgot. It's something I
What'd you think? Did you love it?
I didn't love it. I didn't hate it either, though. It was cool. It was a fun adventure. I just didn't see the point of it.
Right. That's that's why I didn't like it. Why I didn't like the idea.
Yeah, I didn't see the point of the movie, but it's cool just to kind of see some history and all that. I'm not big on the Star Wars thing. Like I don't follow it as hard, as deeply as most people do, but I feel like there was a lot of little hints to like, oh, I see what you did there. Like, oh, he's done that. Like, what happened? Like, Lando like saved him from something, and he's like, I forgot what he said, but then Han was like, I know, kind of like when Leia's like, I love you, and he's like, I know,
like a little reference to that. Oh, yeah, that's kind of cool.
But anyways, it was all right.
It was all right. So, well, fans are at all-time low for approval of Star Wars right now because they're not happy with how Disney's handling it, right? Mm-hmm. And so on top of that, this one guy, his YouTube channel is called Star Wars Theory. I recommend you guys check it out. It's pretty cool stuff overall. But this guy, he made a fan video. Now, before I get into this too much, he talked to LucasArts, and he asked them, he's like, hey, if I make a fan video and, I just try to make my money back after it and make a little profit, is that okay? And they're like, absolutely not. Like, you can make the video if you want to, but you can't make any profit off of it. We can't allow that. And he was like, all right. So he made it anyway. He made it for fun. He wasn't gonna try and make money off it.
Right.
And so what happened was Disney at that point, after it started getting traction, because it's like really high rated now. If you search it on YouTube, it'll come up quick.
Cool.
It started getting traction. Disney asserted control of the video. And it's still technically his, but anything going in and out about it is going to Disney.
Yeah.
He doesn't mind that. The burn is they allowed advertisements on it and started collecting the money on that shit. That's fucked up.
That's crazy how that works, though.
Yeah, like, I don't really know if you should be able to do that. Like, to be able to allow advertisements on it and then collect the money off of it.
Nintendo was doing shit like that. They had their whole like Nintendo YouTube program. I forgot what it was called. They actually stopped it recently though, a couple of
I
weeks
remember
ago.
we talked about this last year.
Yeah, but you had to like sign up, and you were only allowed to play a couple of games on YouTube and make money off of it. Only a little bit though, because most of it would go to Nintendo though, and you would make a little bit off of it. Some people were able to manage with that, but not so much. But they actually stopped that recently. So I wonder if that's kind of in the same realm.
You know, when I've talked about people about it, talked to people about it, they've mentioned Nintendo, and I'm like, it kind of sounds very similar to that.
Yeah,
that issue.
But Nintendo at least told you they were gonna do it though,
and
it made you sign up for it and let you know, like, hey, you're signing up for us doing this.
And everyone doesn't fucking hate Nintendo right now. There's also that, you know. So I'm like, man, at Star Wars, everyone's really not loving this whole Kathleen Kennedy thing right now. Y'all better play your cards real carefully because your last movie's about to come out. You know, like don't piss people off. You don't want to have the first Star Wars movie to flop. You know what I mean? Like
Nintendo is dog shit, says Diplomats.
I like Nintendo. They do stupid shit here and there, but I like them.
Nintendo's just caught in their old ways.
Yeah, old school Japanese company. You know?
Yeah, that's what it is.
They don't know no better. But yeah, man. So don't fuck with the mouse is the moral of the story. They'll take your shit. You know, make money off of it.
Seriously,
the mouse wants his cheese. Damn it.
That kind of sucks though. Like even though he's not monetizing it and getting money off of it, they're like, yeah, but we're gonna do it though.
Well, we're gonna do it though. Like that. I know. To me, that's the biggest middle finger. Like, oh, okay, you know, like nice.
That's some bullshit.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. Also, you know what? On top of that too, you have freaking YouTube to blame for shit like that too. That's another thing that's going on YouTube is that they put rules in place, but they don't do anything to really enforce it. And they allow the outside companies to come through and do shit, and then
regulate
YouTube,
shit.
Yeah, and then YouTube's like, yeah, okay, sure, whatever, yeah, go ahead and do your thing. So all the content creators are not really protected by anything at all when they do shit.
It's like you're signing up with the Lazy Guardian, right? Like they're like,
yeah, it's like you can use our shit here, but if the police come through, you're on your own. Sorry,
Yeah. It's like a mafia protecting your company. You know, your business. You know, to stop some things from happening, but the cops come, they're like, oh no.
Yeah, exactly. But that's kind of what's going on there, I feel. Nintendo's a mafia. Or something. I don't know. Anyways,
sounds about right.
Not Nintendo, Disney.
Them too.
Back to the other story we had, though, about Netflix being sued by Chuzico. Diplomat said that he thought the concept of the Bandit Central was a video games... was in video games prior, which Choose Your Own Adventure, I guess you could say is...
It's
video games.
It's been in video games since Final Fantasy, or even further, probably.
Right? Where like, especially like when it comes to like Mass Effect and shit like that, or BioWare games,
Dude,
where like
Shenmue.
Like when shit you do.
BioShock.
Like, so that's a good argument right there. Also, Cuckoos brings up that Netflix subscriptions prices are gonna go up again pretty soon.
Ooh, I forgot to talk about that, but yeah, that is happening.
So maybe Netflix isn't worried about being sued for $25 million right now. That's about to happen, or maybe that's why it's going up.
No, I don't think so. They were raising the price before this is happening.
Oh yeah, Telltale Games definitely does a Choose Your Own Adventure shit for sure.
You don't fuck with them though.
But aren't they going out? Aren't they closing down right now or something
now?
though?
That's not a good look. Fuck.
Anyways.
AJ.
Data miners are at it again. So I don't know. I'm not sure what they data mined though. They data mined something recently that ended up showing them some traffic for SNES games coming to the Switch pretty soon. You know how we had that NES classic shit that I've been playing Legend of Zelda on right now?
Yeah, you were explaining to me how it worked yesterday or last show.
Yeah, so right now it's all NES games right now, but SNES games, Super Nintendo games, may be coming pretty soon, according to these data miners. And they have like a small list of possibilities of games that are coming pretty soon, which a lot of them seem to be shit that's already on that SNES Classic, that physical version that you have, right?
Yeah, I have that one.
So Mario Kart.
Yeah, a lot of this shit looks like I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, Super Soccer, Link to the Past, Demon's Crest, though I don't think that one's on.
What is that?
I don't even know. Yoshi's Island, Stunt Race FX.
That's not on there.
Which I think was an original Blizzard game before they were big Blizzard. I think that's what it is. I don't remember it for sure though. Kirby's Dream Course. Poppin' Twinbee, Star Fox, Contra 3, Kirby Superstar, Super Goals and Goals and Ghosts. Kirby Dreamland 3, Super Metroid, Super Mario World, Pilot Wings, and F-Zero. It's like what they found so far. Whether or not those are actually coming, I'm pretty sure they are.
Fucking data
but
miners.
When?
That's a good question.
Oh, was there more to this list? Star Fox 2, Super Punch Out, The Legend of Mystical Ninja, Super Mario All Stars. Oh, that's cool.
Oh, Mario All Star.
Yeah, and Breath of Fire too. Which
No,
is
I
you know
call
what?
bullshit. Wait. No, okay, no, Mario World. Yeah, why would they have Mario World and Mario All Star on
Actually,
there?
I don't see Mario World on
It's
this
right there,
list.
Super Mario World. I'm looking right at it's right above Pilot Wings.
Oh, okay, you're right. Damn it.
Yeah. There's no way. That's got to be wrong.
Did Super Mario All Stars have Mario World on it?
Yeah. It had Mario World.
I know it had like all the NES ones.
It had one.
Lost Levels, which
Lost
was 2.
Levels, 3, and World. All
Oh,
4
shit.
were on there, yeah.
Fucking up.
Oh, wait, no. I'm wrong. That game also came with the SNES. All-Star and Mario World came with the SNES. That's why I'm thinking they
So
came
both
out.
cartridges came?
Yeah, but they were separate, though. You know what I mean?
Should we Google this shit?
No. I'm telling you for sure. They were separate
Yeah,
cartridges.
because I'm pretty sure, like, why would
No,
you put an SNES game
you're
on
right.
the cartridge too, you know?
Yeah, no, you're right. It's All-Stars there, and then Mario World separate. Yeah, that's true. All right.
So maybe that is the thing then.
But, all right. 2 other pieces of news, and then might want to go to Music of the Week after that.
Sure.
I'll make them 2 brief ones, because they're just little hype things. But, Bad Boys for Life.
I wish I
The
had
new Bad Boys 3rd movie. You know, it's coming out later in the year.
I think it was on the cartridge, dude.
No, World's not it.
Yeah, I think it is. Oh no, this is part of the.
Yeah, that's new if it was. Like, it had a separate cartridge for sure, because I had a World cartridge now that I think about it. Anyway, Bad Boys for Life. Apparently DJ Khaled is going to be casted in Bad Boys for Life. I think that's going to weaken the movie even more. I'm like, it's already kind of like a little hokey of an idea, you know, but I'm okay with it because it's, you know, it's fucking, you know, it's Will and Martin, you know?
Yeah.
But, like, throwing DJ Khaled in there, like,
As long as he doesn't have like a over, you know, like a huge role.
I know.
To me, he's like in the background a couple times here and there.
You mean like Ludacris,
into a couple
like Ludacris
times.
and Fast and the Furious? Like just a few
Yeah,
cameos?
yeah, like in Too Fast, Too Furious. Yeah, he didn't have a big role in it, but he was there, you know, which was cool. So if he had something like that, I don't mind it.
Yeah. And,
Which Ludacris became a bigger character later on, though.
I don't know about all that, but in the same vein though, apparently there's going to be a Coming to America sequel. Eddie Murphy, the old school comedy Eddie Murphy movie.
Oh wow.
Yeah, there's going to be another one. He's involved. He's going to be in it too, so it's legit, you know. They got the director Craig Brewer. He did Hustle and Flow, Black Snake Moan, Footloose the sequel, and he also did a couple episodes on Empire and The Shield. So he's pretty seasoned, but it's just a very weird choice to me to do Coming to America too now at this point. But
A second one? That is kind of weird.
yeah, like how old is he now? Like how could it be?
How old is that movie?
That movie's from the 80s, bro. Like that's an old ass fucking movie.
I've heard of it, but I don't think I've ever seen or I don't know. You know how like you hear movies and you know something about the movie?
So like, oh yeah, I must have saw it once.
Like people that don't know or have never seen Star Wars knows Luke, I am your father thing, right?
Yeah.
Like I feel like you always know something little about movies like that. That one I can't tell you anything about it at all.
It's a good movie. It's funny. It's
Okay.
comedy.
I was gonna Google something right now. I forgot what I was gonna Google. Oh, I wasn't gonna Google shit. Never mind.
Yeah. But yeah. So with that said, we're gonna jump into the little intermission here. Agent.
All right. Wait, I want to see how much news I have real quick to see if I can squeeze in one more real quick.
You should save it. I got a lot. You should save it.
Okay, I got 3 more.
You should save it.
I already did 3 actually, so yeah, that's about right then. All right, well in that case,
Music power.
that music threw me off. I've been ready for it for the last couple of weeks. This time it threw me off.
Music of the week, you guys.
Part of the show where we share some music with you. It's what we've been listening to and what we think you should be listening to. Also the part of the show where we take a quick little break.
Yeah. For me, mine is by Childish Gambino, and I actually found this song because I didn't know that there was a huge petition for him to become Spider-Man. When Tobey Maguire was up in the air if he was going to do Spider-Man 3, I guess a lot of people were pushing for Donald Glover to be Spider-Man.
Really?
Yeah, to be Peter Parker, and everyone so I never heard about this shit.
I heard him trying to be Miles or something.
Well, that came later.
But that came later though.
That
Yeah,
was
where
also-
he's actually voice acting for him though, right?
Yeah, see that all started because of this.
Wow.
Yeah, like I guess back then that he wanted to be part of Spider-Man.
How long has that dude been around?
Dude, since Community, and that was back around Spider-Man time.
For reals? Damn.
Yeah, and so like
'Cause I feel like I didn't hear about him until like maybe 4 or 5 years ago.
no, he's been around longer than that. He just wasn't huge. because he's been a stand-up comic for a while back then.
Mm.
But anyway, in this song, he makes a reference to people wanting him to be Spider-Man because I guess there was a fan petition about him being Spider-Man.
That's cool.
So that's how I found this song because the video that was talking about it was playing this song. And it's called "Do You Like" by Childish Gambino.
All right, my track is another Mega Ran track with crossing over with Kayla Fenpop.
Who is that?
I don't know who that is exactly.
We're gonna learn today.
But this is a cover of Turtle Power.
What?
Yeah.
I'm fucking hyped. All right, you guys, we'll be back after these.
Now he's setting up to be the Prowlers as Cuckoos, which I think that's kind of...
Yeah,
they kind of hinted at that in Homecoming.
Yep.
And like if you look at those little tiny like visuals on the screen when they showed his face, they had like nickname Prowler for him.
They also remember he had some shit in his van, and they said like mountain climbing gloves.
Oh, they did? Oh,
he
shit.
said some shit like that, and he uses these claw things to climb buildings and shit.
Oh, that's what he does?
Yeah.
I don't know what the Prowler is, but
He
I
prowls,
just knew the name. But yeah, that makes sense though, yeah.
Yeah, he said something about mountain climbing gauntlets or something like that, and I was like, oh, okay, like so they're setting
That's
him
cool.
up.
That's cool. They're setting him up to bomb.
Yeah. All right, you guys, we'll be back after this break.
All right, well, we know that's doable.
Yeah, I was kind of skeptical, but it really worked. I was like, oh, shit, okay. All right, guys.
The wonders of freaking the Switch right there.
Exactly. All right.
So we're back.
Well, we're back. Yes. Our music of the week. Mine was Childish Gambino. Do You Like? And AJ's was Mega Ran. And what the fuck was that other name?
Something, and it was Turtle Power.
Turtle Power.
What was that? What was his name again? He had some complicated name.
K-Lop
Fenpop.
Yeah.
Turtle Power.
Turtle Power. That's what it is.
Yeah. So you know that line in there where Raphael is the leader, something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So actually, someone left a comment about that in the on the comments, and so I went over there and like replied to his comment. I'm like, yeah, they had the opportunity, just like you told me right now during the break. Like they had that opportunity, they had the power in their hand to change that lyric to make it sound right, And so I just agreed with them right there. And then the person K-Lop Fenpop, whatever his name is, because that's his video on his channel, he actually replied recently. Yeah, he replied to my comment. And he said, yeah, we know we had the chance, but we wanted to keep it original as possible, he said. But he said when they perform it live, that they go ahead and change it up and actually say it correctly. They say Raphael is not the leader, is how they change it up.
He's not the leader of the group.
Yeah, exactly.
That's dope.
So that's how they do it at shows, and he said the crowd goes crazy when they do that shit. So that was kind of cool to actually get a response.
Now I want to go to the show.
Right? I want to see him do that shit live. But yeah, that was our tracks this week. And then we did some Luminous 2-player with half of a
Switch controller each.
Yeah, half a Joy-Con each, which it's awkward. But it worked. If we're desperate, it works.
All right. So, with that said, let's jump back into the news, the main part of the show.
Okay.
This is the news. The news. The news.
All right, so I'm going to kick us off. My news is, I don't know how trustworthy this news is, but I did want to talk about it because it sounds really interesting. I think there's a picture for it too. So apparently people are already talking to Marvel about, or probing them for what their next ideas are for an Avengers movie. Bad choice of words, but for their next Avengers movie. And apparently they're called WeGotThisCovered.com. They were able to squeeze an interview out of someone over at Marvel saying the next one we're working on, the next Avengers movie, like that's being scripted out, is about young superheroes. And that's all I said. But that left everyone to imagine probably talking about Young Avengers.
Huh.
And if this is true, I called this shit a year ago. If it's true, I called it. But, yeah, that's just the theory. We do know that the character Stature is going to be, or the character who becomes Stature, Cassie Lang, is going to be appearing in Avengers Endgame.
True.
Which could be setting the ground for this.
Maybe.
We also know there's been rumors about a Hawkeye show coming out on the Disney streaming service.
Cool.
And that has been rumored to be about him and his daughter. And his daughter is that girl in the bottom left-hand corner of this visual, if you're watching live.
Yeah.
Her name's Kate Bishop, or she's also known as Hawkeye once he becomes Ronin.
Nice.
So, that's two potential characters. Vision is also in this team.
And then we met her. We met his daughter already, huh?
Yeah, as a little girl, yeah.
And Ultron.
Mm-hmm.
The Age of Ultron, sorry.
So this is not fact. I don't know if I never even heard of this website. So
It's
I don't
probably
trust
them
them
trolling again, though. I mean, if it did come from someone official, because the Russos already fucking fucked with us once already.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to believe
it's
anything.
not Endgame. No one has spoken the title yet in a movie. Bullshit. They did it twice.
Some old bullshit. Twice. Bro. Two different people have spoken
Yeah,
the
exactly.
title.
And 2 different movies.
But this is one of my favorite Avengers incarnations. If it's true, that would be awesome. The other setup I was going to mention is Vision and Scarlet Witch are getting a show on Disney streaming service as well.
Disney Plus. Call it Disney Plus.
Disney Plus. Sorry.
That's what it's called.
And we know that Vision and Scarlet Witch are the parents of 2 of the Young Avengers.
Oh, really?
So, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Well, you know now.
No, yep.
So, maybe they could sow the seeds for them in that special TV show as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it depends on how seriously they're taking this Disney Plus streaming thing.
So
I don't know how it's going to affect to the narrative or if they're all just telling backstories,
So you already explained who this is. Who are these other bitches?
Hulkling. I'm not going to explain who they all are because I don't want to fuck it up for you.
Okay.
But the top right is Hulkling.
With the wings?
Yeah.
Wow.
Top left is called Wiccan, a.k.a. Kid Thor.
Okay.
In the middle, his name is Speed.
Oh, that was Quicksilver.
And then that's on purpose. He looks like him on purpose, but his name is Speed.
Okay.
And the bottom on the right is called the Young Captain America.
The Young Captain
a.k.a. the Patriot.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's cool.
Patriot's what his name ends up being.
Mm-hmm.
But when they first come out as the Young Avengers, it's those 3: Patriot, Hulkling, and Young Thor or Kid Thor. And those 3 come out as the Young Avengers at first, and everyone's like, "Oh, it's a new Hulk, new Captain America, new Thor." And then I'm not gonna say anything, but there's a lot more to them than that.
Okay.
They're not exactly what they seem.
Interesting.
But so we'll see if that's one of the true things coming. I'm kind of hoping for Mighty Avengers, but I would definitely be down with Young Avengers. So we'll see.
I guess we'll see. I guess we'll have more answers of some sort after Endgame, maybe?
Answers or lies.
Or lies, yeah, right. All right. In other news, other stories that I have. Saban, I suppose. I don't know who announced this really, but we're getting a new fighting game of some sort pretty soon. It's kind of loud, but let's not have any... Oh my god, this is the first. It's not loading.
Saban's got a new fighting game, eh? For you, those that don't know Saban, they used to be in charge of Power Rangers and a lot of different anime productions that you might know from back in the day, like Outlaw Star.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. But yeah, Power Rangers is what they're doing. It's called Power Ranger Battle for the Grid.
What?
Yeah, as a fighting game that they're coming out with. I think sometime this year. Yeah, in a couple months.
Anything like the SNES fighting game?
No, I do not believe it is.
Good.
If I could bring up this video. Okay, now it's loading finally. It looks pretty dope. Supposedly coming out in April. Coming soon to console and PC. That means every console. So PlayStation, Xbox One, and the Switch will be getting this game. It looks pretty sick, right?
Yeah, I'm
like,
already
graphic-wise and all that. It looks
oh
like it's a
shit! It's a team-up game,
looks
like Tekken Tag.
Looks like a tag type of system too, right?
Yeah, I saw the support come up and help him.
Yeah.
Damn, he did the Green Ranger blast that he only does in one episode.
Oh shit. Yeah, he was doing some shit in there actually.
Do you remember the Green Ranger blast?
No, I do not.
There's one scene.
I feel like I remember seeing him do it.
There's only one scene, and he only does it one time. Like that first episode where he appears in the TV show.
Yeah, that's what I'm
He's
thinking.
fighting all the Power Rangers, and he fights the Red Ranger 1-on-1.
Yeah.
And he knocks him down, right? And right when they're all gonna get up and back him up, then he does his fucking energy blast and throws it at them and knocks them all down.
Yeah, that looks familiar.
And
yeah.
It's never done again and never spoken of. And he's like, "Yeah, I just beat you guys." I was like, "Where?" What the fuck? Like, we're not gonna talk about that shit? Like, no one references it or comments on it. Like, damn, that fool just blasted us with some shit. Nope, they don't say nothing about that.
Nope.
It's really weird.
That's kind of how they always did things back in the day, though.
It's kind of true, yeah. Someone would do some random power, and you're like, "Oh, I guess he has that power."
Yeah, you just accept it. No one ever ponders about it.
It's like Yomi tells you from Yu Yu Hakusho, accept it.
But if you pre-order the game, though, you get a special outfit for the Green Ranger, a Green Ranger V2 skin. Some version 2, I suppose. But yeah, that's coming out in April. So here are some little facts about the game, too. So for one, it's going to have crossplay between all systems.
What? Wait, so PlayStation doesn't have it?
Oh, no, PlayStation has it.
Wow, they're going to let them do crossplay?
Yeah, they are. It looks like
what the
as
fuck?
far as I understand, yes. But here's one thing. You can also cross save. So if you save it on one thing, you can pick up your save file on the different system, except for on Sony's system. They're not allowing that. So you can crossplay, you can battle and shit.
Dude, this is revolutionary.
But any save files, which I'm not sure how revolutionary it is, because I feel like what's that game called? With the fucking race cars soccer game, Rocket League. I feel like Rocket League might do that already, but I can't say for sure. Maybe Fortnite does that. I'm not sure either. But Sony's not playing nice as far as that goes, though. With the
At least
save
they're
file.
letting the cross-platform shit work. They don't do that for other games. So.
Now here's my worry. 2 worries I got. Worry number 1, $20 digital download.
That's it?
$20 for this game.
Oh, yeah, this game's gonna suck. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you think automatically, right?
That's right.
Here's the other thing. The way the fighting system works isn't like a traditional fighting game with combos of system. It's more of a timing type of thing. Now, there is a Power Rangers fighting game already on mobile that exists right now, which I actually have. And the way you play that game is you tap. You tap to do your combos and shit like that. But you gotta tap at the right rhythm and shit to do them correctly.
No.
And then you build up a little bar, and then you can push that bar and shit. And then you can tap different ways or swipe different ways for different type of attacks and different combos. So I feel like they're gonna implement that somehow into these games too.
Hey,
So there's no combos to learn, no combo like different patterns to learn, anything like that. No, it's gonna all pretty much be the way you tap your buttons, I suppose.
all right,
That's how they're gonna work.
my instinct was to talk shit, but upon sitting here and thinking about it for a second, I'm not gonna talk shit because that actually might be okay.
Maybe.
I mean, you never
Depends
know
on how
like,
they do it.
If they do it right,
Yeah.
it's something we've never seen before, or like fighting gamers are not used to it.
Dive kick.
It could be Smash Brothers or Dive Kick. Like it could be the next thing that no one thought they needed.
Yeah.
Yeah, so okay.
So it might work. Who
We'll
knows?
see. I don't
guess-
think it's gonna work.
I don't think it's gonna take off.
Yeah, but I'll reserve judgment. We'll see what's up.
It may look cool. It may take some getting used to if people want to take it seriously. Like I don't think we're gonna see this like at Evo or anything like that anytime soon. Maybe as a side tournament if it's popular enough, but I don't think it's gonna take off like that at all if it's that type of system. But maybe it will. Who knows? Maybe they're onto something new.
All right, for my next piece of news, I'm gonna need you to click the story that starts with a G.
Godzilla.
The other one. There you go.
Oh shit, we got video for this too, huh?
Yeah, I got mad video today, y'all.
All right. So we're gonna start off with the video first.
Yes.
Oh shit. Okay. Do we need music?
Yes.
I mean sound.
I mean, you don't need it.
Oh shit. Electric. Oh shit. I'm seeing the title of this now.
Don't look at the title.
Okay, my bad.
You're supposed to be surprised.
Let me put my mouse over this so no one else can read it. It looks spooky. We got this metal garage type of thing, barnyard scenario. Electricity going off in there, some high winds.
Reminds me of Men in Black.
Looks creepy, foggy. Oh, those colors though kind of give
That
it away
sound-
a little
that-
bit.
that sound
And
gives
that sound
it-
a little bit too, yeah. Oh shit. The Ep.209. Summer 2020.
So, for those that got to see our visual feed, that was a Ghostbusters teaser trailer, which is very interesting that we're getting that so quickly. What we saw was the Ecto-1 was their original Ghostbuster car.
Because we had a Ghostbusters a couple years ago with an all-female cast.
Yes, and they made so basically this teaser is going out of its way to tell you it's not them.
Yeah, by showing us the car.
Yeah.
Because they had a different car.
Yeah, they did.
This is not the car they had. I can't remember the exact car they had, but it wasn't the original car though. So that's interesting.
Well, we knew this was happening because we heard.
Did.
Yeah, there was a lot of talk about a new Ghostbusters reboot with the original, like Bill Murray and shit.
Okay.
Obviously, one of them's
But
dead.
yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, but they're gonna go through with it anyway. And so, I mean,
They had
I
an
don't know,
actual
man.
hearse, was
I
it?
just don't know what to say. I know they have the original director from the old school one,
Mm-hmm.
so that's saying a lot.
That's cool. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I just don't know. Like, it might be time to let Ghostbusters go. But I feel like if you're not doing Ghostbusters Extreme, fuck out of here.
Oh, Extreme? What was Extreme? Wasn't that a younger cast or some shit?
Yeah, it was the sequel one. Remember, like
yeah, that wasn't an animated though.
Yeah, it was the sequel to the original animated
Yeah,
show.
yeah, okay.
And only one of them was in it, and then otherwise it was 3 new characters.
Yeah, yeah, I remember that.
That show was the shit.
Was it?
Yeah.
I never seen it.
It was dope. And Slimer was still there.
Yeah, Slimer was there.
I think Slimer and Egon were still there. Everyone else.
You know, Slimer was never a big character in the movies, but he was in the cartoon show.
Yeah, and because in the cartoons he was basically in Ghostbusters 2. That's what he was throughout the whole cartoon. You know, he was kind of around, kind of like joking and shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he was throughout the whole Ghostbusters cartoon. In Ghostbusters 1, that's not what he was. He was more of a villain.
Yeah, and he was just there like to be captured for a second. Like he wasn't the main character. He wasn't the main villain or anything like that.
No.
He was like, oh, there's a ghost over here. Let's catch him.
He was
That's
a simple
all he
villain.
was.
He was a simple villain. I think he appears
He
again
made
at
a
the
mess
end
and stuff like that. Yeah.
I think that's what. Yeah, he was iconic in the movie that he made a mess everywhere.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. I think that's what made him so iconic, I suppose.
Yeah, but really he doesn't do much. He has that one capture, and then I think he shows up again at the very end and does a little something.
I think so. Yeah.
But yeah, not until the second movie is he like what we see in the cartoons, where he's like there. You know, like he's kind of around a lot more.
Was he more around?
Yeah, in the second one he was more around.
I don't remember the
Still-
second one.
You never seen the second
Oh,
one?
the second one was the baby, huh?
Yeah, with the baby.
I don't remember him being around in the second one.
He's around a little
He's
bit.
around?
Or unless I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure he was.
I don't remember because I always thought it was weird, like seeing Slimer. Like he doesn't seem as big as he is in the cartoon shows. I know he's huge in the cartoon shows, but anyways, I mean, did you get Slimer this time? That'd be cool. What are they gonna do with this cast? Who's gonna be the cast? Either recast it or
No, same. I said the original 3.
the
actors.
original 3. Oh shit!
They're all gonna do it again. I just don't know if that's a good idea. Like I said, I feel like if you're not gonna do Ghostbusters Extreme, I don't see a point really. Like I don't know.
Kuka said we should play the video game because it has the original voice actors.
I heard about that, and they got the other guy before he died in that.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that. I think we've talked about it on Unfocused.
I feel like
when
we
it came
did.
out.
Yeah, I think we did way back.
But yeah, so Ghostbusters.
2020 next year.
Email us your thoughts at unfocusedpodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah, I'll wait for more. I like the all-female cast though. They were pretty cool.
I didn't see it.
You
so
didn't see it?
I can't
you
make
should
a
see
comment.
it. And fucking Thor's in that shit, and he's fucking hilarious.
Oh, you know, have you seen Bad Times at the El Royale?
I want to.
Dude, it's so good. I loved it.
It was funny because like I was telling Carter to see it, and she's like, "Wait, who's in that movie?" And
Thor?
I started naming everyone, but not as their actual name. Like Thor's in it. Dude from Tron is in it.
Yeah.
And I thought I was calling everyone's name.
Because it's an all-star cast, so you could do that. You
Yeah.
Get away with it. Yeah. But, all right, AJ, or should I do one more?
No, actually, there's another story that's not really a story, but I did read this as a story, though, and I want to bring it up because I just remembered I had it. Since we're talking about, like, you know, Ghostbusters and their continuity with their other series or cartoon and all that.
Yeah.
So I read an article from SonicStadium.com, which is a website news all about Sonic. I go there randomly sometimes. I don't really get a lot of good news on Sonic all the time, so I don't go there every time. But they did write something about Freedom Fighters. So I read that shit.
Wait, real quick. When I was in the movie theater... Oh, fuck, I didn't talk about it. I saw Enter the Spider-Verse. I'll talk about it later.
Oh, yeah.
But I saw it, and you know what I saw there at the theater?
You saw the
Fucking billboard with those creepy-ass Sonic legs on the billboard.
on the bridge? That one? Yeah, that's one everyone's seeing in theaters.
Like a legit billboard. I was like,
Yeah.
Now I'm getting scared, bro.
Yeah, I know.
I was like, he's not here now, is he? But go on. I'm sorry, you're saying that.
Yeah, so
Sonic Freedom Fighters.
yeah, so this dude wrote an article on their site talking about the Freedom Fighters and how they're not in the comic series and all that, right? And how people are like upset about the whole thing that the new IDW Sonic comic series isn't as the old Archie series was, and it's not a continuation. It's brand new, which I already talked about, I think, the last episode. Mm-hmm. So he was saying too, like, if you think about it, like, you guys, people shouldn't be too upset over the whole thing, because that Freedom Fighter cast was only for that Saturday morning cartoon back in the day. Like, they don't appear anywhere else other than that, and when that season or that whole cartoon series died, they were picked up by Archie's, and that's how their story kind of continued.
You know what? I kind of had that feeling only because they never showed up in any of those old school games.
Yeah, no,
That's
not
what
at
always
all.
made me kind of wonder. I was like, where did these guys come from?
Yeah,
I was like,
they're all original characters for the cartoon series.
I never knew it for sure, but I kind of had a theory, like a feeling, you know?
The other reason they were like that too, which is something else that he brought up in that article, was that a lot of video games back in the day, like in the 80s, 90s, they didn't really have a story. We had a villain, we had a bad guy, And that's all we knew is that, okay, this good guy that we need to go kill
stop
that dude
that.
for some reason, right? There was no backstory to what was happening. We had no backstory to their world and all that.
That's
so
true.
that's kind of what the cartoons had to deal with back in the day. Is like they get these properties that they can make cartoons with, but there's no backstory to make a story with. So they have to create shit, which means they probably had to create new characters to fit into the story
Max.
too.
Mighty Max.
So yeah, that's kind of how those guys were created. And then he was also saying, like, maybe we should just let them go because their story already lives on, and there's so much story to them already in the comic series that why should the new comic series continue that? Which, that makes sense, and that just makes me want to go pick up the old series even more now, if I can go find it.
Which you were already trying to stay away from.
No, I'm actually kind of trying to find all the old comics right now, too, if I can. So I just thought that was an interesting take on that, and just had me think about, like, man, like, all those cartoon characters that I love, like, yeah, they don't exist anywhere in the video game series, so I guess we can't really complain too much about what they're doing with all that. But anyways, I was going to say something else about that. No, not really. That's all I wanted to say.
Okay, two things for me. One is a quick follow-up to last...
two more, too.
Perfect. Well, no, I have like three things, but I'll just mention two things real quick. One thing, as a follow-up to last week's news, apparently after Bungie and Activision had split, immediately after that, an investigation began on Activision.
Oh shit!
Yeah. Apparently, it was posted by MarketWatch only to shareholders, but according to MarketWatch's post, a new investigation is kicked off concerning suspected unlawful business practices and other types of fraud within daily operations of Activision and Blizzard. The report was set up simply as an alert for shareholders, as I mentioned. So. We don't know about the exact details of this case, but I'm guessing Bungie snitched right after they parted ways, or like right before they parted ways, you know?
Right.
Like, yeah, these motherfuckers fucked our shit up, you know, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now Activision's under investigation, so you better get your shit together, Activision.
Huh, that's interesting.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of cool. Or kind of interesting, anyway.
You know what's interesting about the Activision, too, and Bungie splitting and all that? Was like Bungie did Halo, right?
Yes.
So, and then that's when they were partnered with Microsoft, and Bungie did not get to keep the rights to Halo. That stuck with Microsoft. So that's why Microsoft still has Halo.
Huh.
But when Activision went over, when Bungie went over to Activision and made Destiny, Bungie got to keep all their rights and all their stuff for Destiny.
That was probably the condition of the partnership.
Yeah, maybe they thought about, like, yeah, we don't want to lose another series that we made, so maybe that's what they did. So we might still see Destiny in the future, maybe done by a different company, though. Still Bungie behind it, which is cool, but maybe just different, developers behind it, publishers and all that.
Yep. The other thing I was going to say real quick, Soldier Boy needs your help.
Does he?
I guess he does. So apparently he posted a tweet saying...
I'm about to go to jail. Nintendo's on my case.
No, more that he was saying, "Hey, this is my cash app link. Send me money, and we'll have a random raffle for whoever sends me the most money, and I'll send you a free Soldier watch and a free Soldier system. You know, his game or whatever."
What the fuck?
And all his fans retweeted like, "What the fuck, nigga? Like, fuck that shit!" Like, and somebody even like broke it down and said, "All right, first off, if it's based on whoever puts out the most money, it's not random."
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't make it random at all. It's the opposite of random at that point, you know?
Yeah.
And so everyone's like, "Oh, so you want donations?" You know? People were saying all kinds of shit like that. So apparently Soldier Boy's against the rocks for that whole thing. Or apparently he's low on money because that's all we know is that he tweeted that. Everyone's like, "What the fuck? Like, hell no, I'm not giving you no money for it."
Seriously.
Like, hell no. But yeah.
Especially when you word it like that, like, "Oh yeah, whoever gives me the most money is going to win this." It's like, it's like a race then or something, right?
Yeah, that's not that's
he worded that shit completely wrong. I think he had a good idea for a second and just...
let that go. Huh?
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. That's hilarious, though.
Damn. Anyway, AJ News.
Oh yeah, I already talked about that. So, we had that Detective Pikachu movie coming out pretty soon, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's a Pokemon property, right?
It is.
And
Game Freak.
Pokemon, Game Freak. They also do the card game, right?
Yes.
So we're gonna get some Detective Pikachu Pokemon trading card game cards pretty soon.
Oh wow.
So you'll be able to buy a whole set based off the movie. There are going to be like 4 different things coming out. There's going to be a Charizard GX case file set for $20, Greninja GX case file for $25, which leads me to believe that Greninja plays a big plot in the movie.
I think he's part of Team Rocket, because I seen there's like an army of Greninjas. Or there's
going through like a hallway or something like that. Yeah,
flipping around.
And they seem like they're bad guys, like chasing the good guys and all that. So that's interesting how that's going to play out. There's also a Detective Pikachu collector chest and a Detective Pikachu case file just alone, which is like $10. So these boxes exist. They've been out for a while. I've had one. I had a Mawile one. They always give you this huge ass card and then just like a couple of booster packs and usually like one main card, like as they show you there too. Maybe a couple.
Usually
sometimes.
The huge card mirrors the nice card that you're gonna get.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, and it's usually like a boss card too, like a high end card, like a higher evolution, depending on what they're doing. Sometimes like a Snorlax version and stuff like that. Anyways, that's what they're coming out with pretty soon. So, and also there's going to be, I think, 26 movie inspired cards as well. Maybe part of the boosters that's going to be thrown in there too.
Man, they should have done it old school style. If you go see the movie, you get 1 of 5 limited.
That would have been cool. I was going to say that
that's
too.
That's how they should have done it.
Because I'm not sure how I feel about this whole thing too. Because, we had the anime, the movies come out, right? Those are Japanese based, based off the anime and all that. And we got cards for that, right? Just as you were talking about.
Yeah.
That made sense. But this is a movie, an American movie with the Pokemon property.
And now we're getting Japanese translated cards based off the American movie.
Yeah, that's kind of weird, right?
I see what you're saying. I didn't really think about it until you said it.
It just kind of throws me off a little bit. Like, really? And then that just makes the whole Detective Pikachu movie almost like more canon in a way, or in some way, right? That also brings me to my other question, like, how canon is this movie going to be to the whole series? I don't know. Lots to think about. This whole set, though, is coming out April 5th, which is... When's the movie come out? I thought it was in March.
I think it is March.
So, a couple of weeks after the movie?
That makes sense.
I guess that works. Yeah. But yeah, look out for that if you're into the... Oh, also, these cards will be legal in tournaments.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, which is also interesting, too.
That is interesting. Dude, I heard rumors that they've already got licensing... they've already licensed spin-off movies from Detective Pikachu.
Oh, shit.
Hey, Pokemon's about to get real, bro.
Right? Oh, I see what you did there.
I didn't even see what I did there. Okay, so I got 2 more pieces. I'll tell one, you tell one, I'll tell one.
I got one more.
Red Dead Redemption. Apparently they're getting sued by a group called Pinkerton Corporation.
Pinkerton?
Because there's a group of lawman affiliates throughout the game.
Okay.
They're chasing after you, and they got sheriff badges that say Pinkerton on them. Apparently, that group is a real group of independently made law enforcement groups that were helping the sheriffs back in the days of the old Wild Wild West.
So isn't that something in history, then, that should be allowed?
You would think. But apparently they don't like how they're being... Because this group still exists. Sorry, they are called the Pinkerton Wait, hold on. I'll tell you exactly what they're called. I want to get their name right so I don't... Get a
Pinkerton.
So
you guys need to change your name first off.
That's their last name, I think. Pinkerton Consulting and Investigations.
Kuko said that they've been around since the 1800s.
Yeah, they have. 1870s. They've been around for 165 years. They're still doing their shit. And apparently they do not like how they're being depicted in Red Dead Redemption, that they're some kind of shady villain group working with the sheriffs in a shady way. They say it kind of takes their credibility away. And they're slapping them with a mean-ass lawsuit. There's no details as to how much they're going to be suing them for. But because they're such an old company, they might have some fucking pull in this shit. But, at the same time, the main character of Red Dead Redemption is a villain.
Kuku says those bastards were shady in real life. So then, Red Dead Redemption's doing them right then, right?
Hey, see, Kuku knows more about the history than I do. I can't speak on their history, but apparently they think they're not as shady as they are in the games, and they're not happy about it. But yeah, I thought that shit was interesting that they're a real group, and I feel like the creators of Red Dead Redemption are like, oh, this from 165 years ago, they're not gonna say shit.
They don't exist anymore.
And they're fucking there, like, nah, motherfucker, we're still here.
Right?
Yeah,
that's funny.
So.
That's like the I don't know, like the KKK coming through. It's like, I want to portray in this game right now. It's like, well,
you are racist. So. No, that's exactly like that.
That's like Native Americans coming through too and like doing the same shit.
Yeah.
Like I should be getting angry then.
If
right? They have, I'm not even sure they have. I feel like they would have natives in this shit though.
They probably would.
Yeah, because they have a bunch of cowboys and shit.
Maybe
right?
Greg should be angry.
I should.
All right, AJ.
That's funny. Cowboys should be getting upset if anything, right?
Like they're still fucking. I mean, there might be. I don't know.
Oh man.
I tripped out when I found out they're still pirates. So.
Yeah, right. That trips me out every time I hear that too. So we got another trailer for you guys here. We got some more. Mortal Kombat. Thanks for that, too. That was actually perfect right now.
Yeah. Right when those fools landed, right?
Yeah. But looks like we got some confirmed characters. Looks like some new characters and shit like that. Pretty cool trailer.
Shit.
Looks like,
I don't know what Raiden just did to that fool, but it looked bad.
Yeah, it looks like your basic Mortal Kombat with some new flashier fucking gruesome shit. Right? Like, all kinds of crazy shit. People's being poked and shit, electrified. Got blood everywhere.
What the
full
fuck?
fucking Mike Tysoning his arm right there. This fool getting shanked.
God
like he's in jail and shit.
She reversed, fucking, you know, when the samurais do suicide, she did the reverse of that to that guy. God damn.
Yeah, but yeah,
dude,
looks.
I mean, I'm used to violence. I watch a lot of horror movies. This shit looks pretty fucking bad, bro.
I don't know who this fool is. Freezing time and shit. This shit looks pretty dope. Fucking flaming chain and he cuts him in half.
God damn! Wow. Okay.
Wait. Did you see what Scorpion just fucking did?
Yes. It ripped that fool's fucking face off, dude.
He was in front of him, did that shit, jumped over him.
Slid under him, and then fucking...
I think he teleported behind them so the chain would come back and loop around him.
And cut him in half.
And then cut him in half.
That's fucked up.
Damn, that's some fucking thinking right there.
Yeah, I like that Raiden...
Oh, no, yeah, he did slide under him.
Yeah, right?
He slid under him? Yeah, he like... Oh, no, look!
He went...
He's underground.
Oh, he did shit where he goes underground and fucking went under and came up on the other side.
Fucking Diglett, that fool.
Damn, he did. Yeah, I like that Raiden looks like an old man, by the way.
Right? But, yeah. So, they did some talking about...
Oh, is that a threat?
Right? There was like a whole trailer thing. I think they streamed a whole mess of things on Twitch or something like that. Oh, yeah, this shit looks pretty bad. That was his own blood, by the way.
Damn! She made that out of his blood?
And then, look, pushed it through his skull and his eye came out the other side.
Damn, bro. I don't know. A day before my birthday.
Oh, true.
Damn, dude. I don't know. I like violent shit, man. It's a little much. I don't know. I didn't think I seen like all of that. That was pretty dope, though.
That's Mortal Kombat for you there. But yeah, so coming out 23rd of April. April has a lot of shit coming through. Oh yeah, also as far as like gameplay goes, there's going to be 2 meters in the game now that you got to build up while you're fighting now. One is looking like it's for offense and another one for defense. So your offensive one, you know, it gives you those specials, those supers or whatever. And the defensive one, I guess, is shit like bursting or other things like that. So you have 2 different meters you can build up now. I don't know why I wrote 4/21/19 for the game's release, but we just saw the 23rd, right? I'm not sure where I got 21 from.
You probably still know what you're talking about.
Maybe, yeah. But yeah, that's the new Mortal Kombat 2. I mean, 11.
All right. And my last piece of news. All right, AJ, you're not going to like this because I don't like it.
Okay.
Paramount.
They
announced they're going to make a new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie.
I'm not surprised. I'm not mad.
It's a reboot.
No, what are they doing?
I'm serious. It is. It's a reboot.
Oh my god.
And you're like, yeah, I'm not mad. I'm like,
kind of like trilogies happen, you know. They had that last one, you know, the third one. I'm not surprised they're gonna do a third one.
Nope, they went out of their way to say no. We're rebooting it. We're gonna start over.
And you said Paramount, like, yeah, Paramount did the last 2. Yeah, that makes sense. The third one's coming out.
Yeah, they're gonna start over again. I don't know. I think they should just stop. You know, it's crazy because, like...
It was crazy. I played TURTLE Power today. That's what's crazy.
I know, that is crazy.
This.
That's why when I asked you about the Ninja Turtle news earlier, you're like, no. I was like, oh, here we go. I was already sad for you because I knew you weren't going to be happy about this news. See, the thing that's a burn, man, is that I'm so behind on Ninja Turtle movies because there was a made-for-TV movie for one of those animated Ninja Turtle shows that I never saw.
An animated one, yeah.
Whatever their kickoff was, you know, like, I never saw that. So technically, I'm like 4 Ninja Turtle movies behind.
You're like 4 generations behind or something. 4 different
movies
series behind.
In total, 2 reboots. And now there's about to be a 3rd reboot coming.
I think it's more like a 4th reboot, maybe.
Oh, no, you're right. It's more like 4th
or
reboot.
Or 5th or some shit like that. Because not only do we have the original 80s, but then they did that. Don't forget about Next Mutation.
Oh, yeah.
And then we had the live movies,
and
of course.
Next Mutation had a kickoff movie, too.
Did
like
they?
the first, like they combined the first 2 episodes to make it a TV
Oh,
movie.
okay, yeah. I see what
So
you're
they
saying.
technically had a movie too.
And then we had the 2000s version, the animated one, which I never seen at all.
I never saw that one either. I
Yeah.
heard that one's good though. I heard that
I
one's
heard it's
actually
pretty good too. And then we got,
Michael Bay, 1 and 2, right?
I think we got the new Nickelodeon one next. That CGI version for Nickelodeon.
Oh, the one that just
The
passed,
one
right?
that we've been watching. The one
Yeah.
I just finished
That
watching.
one was
Yeah.
dope.
And then we had this new animated one that just dropped like last year.
Where they got magic
and
powers.
then they redid the movies too.
With
And so
Michael-
that's getting rebooted again. Yeah, the Michael Bay version shit. So is Michael Bay not doing this one? Because that would be pretty cool.
I guess he's not doing it this one.
Oh, okay. Then
It's probably
sounds
for
good.
the best. It's just the fact that it's a reboot. It's like,
And before all of that, there was comics.
yeah, and then, oh man, and cartoons, and that was a separate universe.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Oh man.
But like ever since I saw that episode where like they talked about there's different universes and shit like that, I'm like, okay, I'm kind of okay now with different reiterations of like Turtles now. Because now that I know that it's all a universe and they're just parallel to each other in some way, that kind of just makes it more fun. That means my turtles that I grew up are not tainted in any way. Like they're still those turtles.
They're absolved from all this bullshit, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's
Turtle
kind of how I
power.
feel. Oh, speaking of which, back to my Sonic shit that I was talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
So with whole universe of things and going on, right? One of my hopes for the new IDW series is that they do some type of crossover with the original Archie characters. Just to kind of let us know that okay, they're still cool. They still exist in a way.
Yeah.
Because I don't think IDW I think they have the rights to those characters. They just chose not to use them and just to reboot the whole comic series. So that'd be kind of cool to see.
I would be down.
Just to kind of throw it out there.
That'd be pretty cool.
So, but this movie thing, what would be cool with that is if they did some crossover with the original movies.
You know what I was thinking?
The other two.
Because I loved Into the Spider-Verse, if they did it that style.
And I want to see that just so I can see how well a multiple universe movie can be.
Yeah, because dude, if they did what was done, I can't say anything because your dumbass hasn't seen it. But if they do what was done with Into the Spider-Verse, even visually, the arts, dude, that to me that was the most amazing thing about Into the Spider-Verse.
The art?
The art, the animation was just out of this world. It changes throughout the movie. Like it's not always consistent. Yeah, like it changes and it's fucking dope every time. Like
That's what happens when they do the universe movies or shows with the animated series. Like you have that current style, but then they bring it to the old style. It looks all weird and wonky. And then with the CGI turtles, they brought it back to the animated drawing too. It's like oh shit, it looks so weird with the new characters in that. And then vice versa when the animated ones come into the CGI version. Yeah, like oh that's pretty crazy how they doing that.
And it kind of felt like that too. Like Spider-Ham felt like he was out of a Looney Tunes cartoon.
He looks like it.
The Japanese girl looked like she was from a manga, kind of, and then the Spider-Man Noir looked like he was from an old detective black and white comic.
That's cool.
Like just like that, like it was always changing up.
Yeah, that's cool. Okay.
So if they did that with Ninja Turtles, I'm not saying it has to be a dimension crossing thing, but if they just got creative with how it looks, it'd be dope. I'd be okay with it.
But I guess we'll see.
Into the Spider-Verse is awesome. You guys see it. I see why people are saying it's the best Spider-Man movie.
Yeah,
I don't think it's the best Spider-Man movie because I think Homecoming might be that. But it's close.
Oh, speaking of Spider-Man Homecoming, we got that trailer too. We didn't talk about that.
Yeah, well, I guess let's save it for the next episode.
Oh, we can just mention it real quick. Like we saw Jake Gyllenhaal.
How
How do you feel about Mysterio with the fishbowl head?
He looks dope. I'm
Looks
okay
alright.
with it.
Yeah, I like it. I'm not mad at it.
I just feel like, all right. Hopefully this doesn't kill it for you, but I feel like it's super fucking obvious that he's the villain.
Yeah, I think it's obvious too.
Like, it's real obvious. I'm like,
The trailer doesn't tell us what's going on with him, but we've already heard a little bit like, oh yeah, he's supposed to be starting off as a good guy. He's gonna help Spider-Man. He's working with Fury. So I think we already know that
he's behind.
He's behind it, the whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of obvious. It'd be cool if they kind of flipped it up on us somehow and did something that we're not thinking of right now. But those are like the two thoughts: is what they're telling us and what we kind of think is going to happen.
Yeah.
I want them to find something in between.
Yeah, the only thing... Okay, here's one thing that could surprise us. If there really is a Sinister Six, and, Mysterio is one of them, that could be surprising. Like,
Isn't he?
Well, he is, but
Yeah.
he's been one of them in the past. But
Yeah.
I'm thinking everyone's thinking that he's making these illusions. That's kind of what I was thinking from the
Yeah.
trailer.
Yeah.
But if they really are a group, that would be a little bit more surprising. Like Spider-Man, thinks that Mysterio is creating these illusions, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna just walk right through this fucker," and then fucking Sandman socks him in the face, you know, and he's like, "Oh shit,
Oh,
you're
and
not
it's actually Sandman.
yeah, and it really
and
is
it's actually
him.
a Hydra Man.
Yeah, and they're really there, you know,
Because that's what I was thinking. Because you saw the elemental water and the fire, and then you saw the sand version too. So I'm like, that's so Sandman. That's like Hydra Man right there. But they're not telling us it's that. But what if it actually is?
Yeah, and what if
That'd
they
be
make us
sick.
think that, you know, Mysterio is making all this, and then nope, they're really there. He really did team up with these fucking criminals. That
Oh,
wanna
shit.
fuck him up, you know.
That'd be cool. I like that.
That'd be fun, you know.
See, I haven't had time to think about like what they can do with it, but that sounds dope.
I'm a Spider-Man nerd, so you know I jumped on it. So,
Yeah,
But,
I like that.
yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
The dude looks too rocky to be Sandman, says Cuckoos. Yeah,
I guess that you could say that. You know, originally I thought he was the Absorbing Man when we first saw him, because there's a character called the Absorbing Man. Whatever power or whatever elements around him, he absorbs that and he becomes that. So like I could see that same person being a giant water guy, a giant rock guy, a giant wind guy.
To argue with Cuckoos though, it's like saying that Sandman looks too rocky, or looks too rocky to be Sandman. Well, we thought Thor had his eyes throughout, you know, all of Ragnarok, you know, until the actual movie came out, right? And then little things like that. I'm just saying, like, you know, they could be doing shit, you know, to look different, and maybe in the final version we'll get something different.
Maybe Feige's got a bowl over his head. You
Maybe,
know, he's
yeah.
slowly becoming Mysterio. You know, he's
Maybe
becoming a master of illusion on us. You know.
Now, I know it's Sony's movie though, so maybe they're not going to do that with their own trailers, like.
Well,
Marvel's doing.
no, Marvel. There's still Marvel movies. It's just
Yeah.
Sony's involved is all. It doesn't mean that it's still Marvel movies.
But I feel like Sony has more say over it more.
No, Marvel has
No?
more say.
Okay.
They're lending the character to Marvel.
All right then.
So
Well,
it's Marvel's game, but it's Sony's character.
okay.
You know?
Well, maybe no, because now we can't trust trailers anymore. You know.
This is true. We can't trust trailers anymore.
Ever since
Dude.
Ragnarok and shit like that, and we can't trust those trailers anymore.
For anyone who wasn't listening last episode, we were mentioning how Feige already kind of hinted that some of the stuff we saw in Endgame may not actually come to fruition, or maybe they're for misdirection, hinting that's, you know, they're fucking with us.
Yeah.
Basically, you know.
Yeah, and then I feel like they're gonna be lying to us now when they do interviews, like, oh yeah, and we're not gonna do that at all.
Yeah, the Russo brothers made me think that all the time now. Now I don't trust them ever.
Yeah, now I can't trust anything anyone says. I can't trust a trailer anymore. I can't trust what the actual directors were saying. So, but it looks pretty good. I don't know what to say about it.
Unfocused week. Unfocused week. What are you gonna do?
Finished that dungeon in Legend of Zelda,
Nice.
and Smash and Soul, and I want to get Tekken, and like I've been saying, read that Korra probably. That's about all I got planned. Oh yeah, also guys, anyone watching right now, if you go to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Unfocused Podcast, there's a playlist of fighting games there, and I have this big video of matches that we've been doing in-house, Soul Calibur 6 matches. So if anyone wants to check that out, go check it out.
And if you guys want to jump in on our fighting game rounds, you know, send us an email. We do it every Sunday, but you can email us at any time. You can like meet us online and battle us with our
that
friends
sounds
and
cool.
stuff like that.
Yeah, that sounds cool. Maybe we'll put like an hour block or something where we can do that, like fight viewers or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, we can even stream it while we're there. Like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, look, one of our viewers fucking decided to challenge us. Yeah, email us on unfocusedpodcast@gmail.com or, you know, or tweet us.
Yeah, because I'm kind of tired of kicking Reason's ass and Tekken and shit like that.
How
So like,
long you gonna make him kick Reason's ass?
yeah, I
everybody?
know. You know, Reason needs his ass to be, you know, get some rest and all that. So anyone want to jump in and take his place for a minute?
Yeah, bitch.
I'm pretty sure he'd be appreciative of that. By the way, he's ranking up. By the way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he ranked up to Warrior or some shit. I was like, what the fuck?
Good. You'll look even better when you decimate him.
But
All right.
anyways,
What else? Unfocused week? I don't really have much planned. I want to play more fighting games.
more Voltron for me.
More Voltron for you. Finish this Justice League comic. I'm almost done with it. I'm halfway through. I'm not almost done. And lastly,
Watch the
Splatoon?
NFL playoffs.
oh, NFL playoffs are coming. Yeah, for you.
Yeah.
Splatoon. I want to play fucking more Splatoon. I just been kind of lazy on it, so maybe I'll play some today.
Yeah, I've been wanting to play. I've been lacking on that too, and I missed a couple of Splatfests. I want to play that more.
Yeah.
But like, there's too many fighting games.
The fighting games are real.
Fighting games are real. Like this last couple years.
I feel like ever since Street Fighter V, like good shit's been coming out every release. Like
I remember a while back, dude. There was this long drought where like we weren't getting any fighting games at all.
we were playing old games. We were looking at the
Yeah.
library. All right, let's play Capcom vs SNK 2.
Yeah, but I don't know. All of a sudden, like last couple of years, it's been coming out. There's always been shit to play. So now I'm just busy playing those now.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm not mad at that. I just don't have time to play anything else now.
All right, guys. That's Unfocused. Thank you for joining us for this episode. This is episode 209, the Snubble episode. Don't forget, you can also visit us every week if you want to watch us live on Thursdays. Somewhere between 7:30 and 8 we start.
Twitch.tv/Collision28.
Yes, sir. And if you can't make it in time for that, youtube.com/unfocusedpodcast. You can check it about 3 days after we're done with the episode.
2-3 days. Maybe the next day sometimes. It really depends. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe on that. Like I said, watch those other that playlist up there with other fighting games. Twitter @Unfocused28. Want to tweet us something?
Hey, if you want to challenge us, if you want to ask us questions, use that Twitter.
Give us some more insight on things, your opinions. Instagram @UnfocusedPodcast as well.
Like, comment, subscribe that as well. Same thing with the iTunes, with Apple Podcast. Download us, comment, become a fan. And then also, I mentioned it several times, but don't forget, you can email us about any questions, any challenges, unfocusedpodcast@gmail.com. Yeah.
We're out.
It's over!